Hi, everybody. How are you? Ciao. Oh, oh my God. Fine, thank you. Tell me. Yes, yes, yes. It's one of the indicator, the lead indicator that I use in the morning. As I told you yesterday, did you receive my follow up and my forex journal? Right? It's on your mail. No, no, no problem. Easy. Okay, that's good. Oh, no problem, no problem. Take it easy. Well, I used to share on trading only euro dollar activity. Other activity, I mean multi-currency, for example, I share only in case with my students because I have more than 8,200 followers. If I start to put a tweet about other currency, I'm full of questions to the followers. So the risk is I'm gonna be crazy, you know. That's why I share only euro dollar activity on Twitter. This is the reason. This is the reason. That's why, and in fact, many people ask me, "Are you Walter, but you trade only euro dollar?" I always say no, but on Twitter I share only my activity with euro dollar. By the way, uh, okay, translate. By the way, yes, yes, I have, I have many students that ask me what I think about, for example, because they trade on dollar sterling or dollar yen or other currency, and they contact me just to ask me, for example, what I think, if the trading range is good. Uh, but this is the reason why I share only with my students like you other activity and in case help them if they need because I on Twitter I share for the other follower only my activity on euro dollar. First reason. Second reason is that the 90%, more than the 90% of my tweets are for my students because they know what I mean. As you can see today, I told them that the market was euro dollar was supported but euro sterling. So they know what I mean. I mean arbitrage. No. What we are learning now is for you. Then you must consider as well my signal during the day and what I mean, because once time we finish with mentoring, you perfectly know what I mean with a message. Second step is that everything I tweet first for my students. So if everybody need an helps, here I am for free, of course. Yes, yes. For every currency, for any currency, we must use for the trading range the same. Well, index is a global situation of a country. It's important to take a look once time or twice a day if we have big news to control euro index and dollar index. That's why I sent you a follow up. Can you repeat, please? Yeah. Yes, yes, for Forex. Only for Forex. I am Forex mentor. You can't apply something like that in other market. Okay. So yesterday we have seen just a little introduce of arbitrage. In other words, what is an arbitrage? An arbitrage? No, 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 Camille. No, no. War is not a question. An arbitrage is a cross between two forex major. I mean, two currency against the dollar. In this case, during the arbitrage, dollar position at the end of the arbitrage is flat. So dollar is not involved. In other words, take a look at the market now. This is the euro dollar. This is the trading range of euro dollar is 71, 35, 36 pip. Okay, as you can see, the market moves inside, up, then down now. This movement are the banks that square order using arbitrage. I'm going to show you what I mean exactly. As you can see now, we have a situation that euro dollar, a little retracement from the top at 65, above 65. Sterling is moving down, but dollar yen is moving up. Apparently, apparently, this situation seems like to be that the dollar is going to be threat is going to be to get a power. But as it's not true. Take a look first time to the euro yen. Euro yen moves up. As you can see, euro yen moves up and dollar yen moves up. Because the movement is to buy euro versus yen. So banks both euro dollar and dollar yen. Because if you both euro dollar, you are plus euro minus dollar. So the first step will be to buy euro dollar. Second step will be to buy dollar yen because you buy dollar. So dollar minus versus euro and dollar plus versus dollar yen. Your position in dollar is flat. So you are long of euro yen. Well, today we start to increase our knowledge about uh, arbitrage. I stopped to share. Do you remember what I drew yesterday? Okay. In other words, as you can see, to understand an arbitrage, I must be flat on you on dollars. Dollar plus, dollar minus. Now, take your time and take a deep breath. Suppose we have to sell euro, sterling, and we are in the bank. So try to draw the same about something about. Here I am if you are a bit confused, but try to think first. We are in the bank and we have to buy euro sterling using arbitrage. Good job. Yes, you have to buy euro pound. And suppose we are in a dealing room. So let me know what we do if we are in dealing room to sell euro versus sterling. Yes, we must be short at the end of the deal of euro versus sterling using the forex measure, euro dollar and dollar sterling, because we are in a bank and we are professional. Camille, do not suggest to your father. Okay. You will be a new trader. You sell euro sterling, so you buy is completely the opposite. But do not worry, you are in good company. We have to sell euro sterling, so don't you forget we have to sell euro sterling. But we are in the bank. Don't you forget to sell first euro versus dollar. So you are minus euro and plus dollar, right? Okay. Second step will be to buy sterling versus dollar. Sterling, pound. As you can see, dollar plus versus euro, dollar minus versus pound, your deal, your position in dollar is flat, right? It's very important to practice this one. Perfect. Perfect. Remember always to start from the first position. We must be long on sterling versus euro. So the first step will be sell euro versus dollar. In the same time, we buy sterling versus dollar. In other words, our position on dollar is flat and we are short of euro versus dollar. This is important to understand, first of all, if the dollar is under attack or not. Once time we are able to understand what is the movement that support or moves dollar or moves euro dollar, we are able to have the key of the market. We know that at the time what is moving euro dollar is or sterling dollar or dollar yen. This is this is the reason why I still in control of the major currency, I mean in this case euro, sterling and yen versus dollar. Because I can understand if the dollar is under attack or there are orders in the market that supports euro. Like now, for example, I show you what I mean. As you can see now, we have apparently a quiet position. So we have the dollar, euro dollar that works near the top of the day. We have the sterling flat and that dollar yen that moving up from the bottom. I immediately understand, okay, for experience, that at the time, dollar is not involved inside the trading range because I have euro sterling, for example, is moving down from the top. Someone is selling euro sterling. But in the same time, probably, I have someone that is buying euro yen. Take a look. So I am in practice after 36 years. But now I need just to take a look to the movement. The more dollar yen moves up, in this case, the more euro dollar moves up. Because euro dollar moves up because someone is buying euro dollar to be long on euro yen. Think and reflect. I have for you this example. You have to buy using arbitrage euro yen. So start to our position should be plus euro and minus yen. What is the arbitrage in this case? Oh, euro plus dollar plus deposit. I have to buy euro yen. First step will be to buy euro versus dollar. Do not worry, is normal, Dimitri. Do not worry. Here I am. First step, when we have a cross, take a look to the euro dollar. Okay, so if I am in a bank, I buy for first euro dollar. So I am plus euro and minus dollar. Then I buy dollar yen. So I am plus dollars and minus yen. Dollar minus versus euro, dollar plus versus yen, flat. I am plus euro and minus yen. Well, no problem. First step, euro, dollar. I buy euro and obviously I am flat. I buy euro and I am short of dollar. Second step, I buy dollar and sell yen. Dollar plus on yen, dollar minus on euro, flat. So my position will be plus euro minus yen. This is the core of our business. Do not worry because Now we practice. Then I sent you by mail a practice of arbitrage, just to understand how to arbitrage moves. Because Forex is not like stock market. If you buy or sell euro, you buy or sell dollar on the other case. If I sell euro dollar, I'm short of euro and plus of dollar, and vice versa. The reason is that banks works with another terminal. Because if in the bank I use something like that, automatically my terminal show me that I am plus euro versus yen because dollar situation is flat. I told you yesterday, first of all, is unprofessional. Second, is not show to the people what I'm really doing in the market. Third is do not pay a double spread. I mean a spread between euro dollar and dollar yen. But this is as well a good reason to understand what is moving the market. In other words, a couple of minutes ago, euro dollar was 123 and 67, now is 61. As you can see, situation from the top of the sterling moves just a little bit down, and as well on euro yen. This is euro yen. As you can see, dollar yen, just a retracement from the bottom. Was a micro movement. Micro movement, not so large movement, but as you can see, euro dollar moving down. So I perfectly know now that what is moving euro dollar inside the trading range are arbitrage. First reason. Second reason to trade on euro dollar is not just to trade with the trading range and think that euro dollar independently moves just for power of dollar or power of euro. But what is moving euro dollar? Once time I know what is moving euro dollar inside the trading range, I have the control of the market. In other words, I know that the more at the moment, just to not confuse you, okay. The more dollar yen at the time moves down, the more it's possible that euro dollar moves down. The more sterling moves up, the more euro dollar moves down. In other words, to control the market of just for euro dollar, I need to control euro sterling dollar, dollar yen, and euro sterling. Then I have the best of control because I have two input. Once time I know that Eurodollar moving inside trading range, up and down, driving by, Euro sterling and Euro yen, I know first that Euro dollar is not under attack. If the dollar is not under attack, I should control the arbitrage around euro, in this case, euro dollar. I mean sterling dollar and dollar yen, and control euro yen and euro sterling. So I have to calculate, I have to control five different currency, apparently different, but linked. This is the reason. Sometimes people, sometimes people think, okay, market is quiet. I'm going to trade on, for example. Also, yes, sure, would not work. No problem, no problem. Dogs are the dogs. Kids are the kids. You know what I mean. As you can see now, from the bottom, sterling moves just a little bit up. And as well for euro yen. Euro dollar is 123 and 64 from 123 and 69 because the market is linked. As I told you yesterday, and I repeat now, market moves just to be in balance. When we understand what kept the market in balance, we have the key of market. This is apparently is without reason, but this is the reason. Market move 2, 3 ticks down. We will see euro dollar moves 2, 3 ticks down. Now, for example, euro sterling move just a little bit down from top. Meanwhile, someone is buying euro versus pound. The market of euro dollar is completely in square because what is driving the euro dollar now are are the cross. I mean the arbitrage. Yeah, we can use another strategy. This is the reason why I still explain you the arbitrage. Take a look, for example, to my Twitch chronology today during the news. I was ready to sell on action price below the trading range. Above the trading range, I was saying I start to sell on top because the movement across the news is not involved with the dollar. No, I start to sell on top. But this is another strategy and this is another lesson that we will learn together. At the time, we must be take a look, for example, this is the euro dollar. Take a look to the last bar. It's moving up. Take a look to the euro sterling moving up. Is not the case. Is not a case is because someone is buying euro sterling. Well, it's not, well, it depends. Because once time I know that the dollars is not under attack, I can use mixed strategy. But important is for first that we understand immediately that what is moving euro dollar now is not the dollar under pressure, but someone is buying sterling, euro sterling. Because as you can see, this is a euro sterling and this is euro dollar. Take a look. Moving moving up is not a coincidence. Someone is buying euro. Because don't you forget that we have a problem with the Brexit. That's why it's important. First reason. Second reason is if we want to trade on multi-currency, we must to be able to control our multi-currency trade with the same system. Suppose you want to trade on dollar versus Canadian. You have to control euro dollar, dollar Canadian, and euro Canadian. Euro Canadian. Because we can test as well. Today I decide to work on multi-currency and to work on sterling dollar. If I want to trade on sterling dollar, I must be able to control what is the movement on sterling dollar, euro sterling. Because I need to know what is moving sterling versus dollar. Because if the dollar is under attack, euro dollar moves decisively up. Sterling dollar moves decisively up. Dollar yen moves decisively down. And the situation of arbitrage is flat because people is working on measures. Measures are all the currency versus dollar. As you can see, many times I used to say dollars driven up or supported by on arbitrage. Now you know what I mean. This is only for my student. My student know that I say is look like I say dollar is not under attack. Is it? Tell me, Camille. Camelia, tell me, tell me. Yes, you were talking to me. No, because as you can see, euro dollar is decisively up. Apart is Friday. So the best sport for American bank is to trigger the stop loss for the short. But this is another history. As we can see, the dollar is moving up inside the trading range. Now we have a situation flat lateral on sterling and flat lateral on yen. So what is moving? What is moving euro yen, euro dollar, probably at the time euro sterling is still there. And euro yen, remember that euro yen have an important influence more than the sterling. And euro yen seems like to be on top. That's the reason why it's important to control the sorry, uh, is to control the market anytime to understand what is bias. I think this is the reason to control what is moving euro dollar inside the trading range. At the time, as you can see from this candle, euro yen is moving up. The more euro yen moving up, the more euro dollar moves up. This is the real reason. Not because the dollar is under attack. Because if the dollar is under attack, dollar yen doesn't move up from the bottom, but moving down. It's easy to understand. Oh my God. Yeah, just a second. Okay. Well, I showed you something like that. This is the weekly of euro dollar, and I want to confuse you. Bias on weekly is looks like lateral with the bias up. Because we have a weekly, of course, we speak about or many pips, but we have a weekly over here. As you can see, as you can see, the bias is up on weekly. But it's not over because we must be able to understand. When we take a look, for example, to the dollar, nope, sorry, uh, euro yen. This is the euro yen. Euro yen bias is down. But we must be able as well to understand what is the bias on sterling. Euro sterling is lateral. So this movement are linked to the euro dollar. This is a long period. This is the monthly for euro sterling. Monthly is down. Let's take a look to the monthly on yen. Euro yen, I mean. Euro yen is neutral at the time. But as you can see, euro yen bias is up on trend on monthly. This is the reason that euro yen moves up in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 months. Is not the case. Euro yen and euro sterling still driving euro dollar in the last period. Of course, during the news, we have a big movement on euro dollar because dollar is involved on news. But now, if we take a look to this is the monthly of euro dollar, bias is up. Here's the sizzling up on monthly. On weekly is lateral, but just a little bit up. This is the reason why then we will see in future how to understand the bias when we have other techniques to trade. But at the time, the measure that moves euro dollar in the last month are euro sterling and euro yen. Take a look to this movement, for example. 62 from 67 where we were. I perfectly know that someone start to sell euro yen. Nope, euro yen still up and supported euro dollar. So I take a look to the euro sterling. Euro sterling still moving down from the top. This is the reason why euro dollar now is 61. When I trade on euro dollar, that's what I do. Because thanks that I can understand where is the movement. And for me, it's very important to know if the dollar is involved or not. Yeah. I'm using the strategy to sell on top or on action price mixed in the last month. Yes, the last month from January till today. And with this strategy, I made the budget till May. So I can be square doesn't change for me. Why? Because I will use the same strategy. On top, I start to sell euro dollar because what is moving euro dollar are the arbitrage. And this is the right introduction to work in multi-currency because you can decide to work one day in Australia dollar, for example. If you want to work in Australia dollar, you must be in control of euro dollar, euro Australia, and Australia dollar. Minimum. The reason is that we must be in control to understand. If, because this is the result of import and export. For example, so might be a clients that call on a bank to buy euro versus yen, and they decide to work on euro yen as well with euro sterling. But in euro sterling, we have a double problem because there is an internal war for the Brexit. This is the reason why I'm always in control of the market and I do not take panic because the market at the time is driven by, take a look to the dollar yen is moving up. When I see a movement like that, immediately I take a look to the euro yen. Euro yen moves up. Take a look to this movement, take a look to this movement. It's the same. One, two, one, two. Is not a coincidence. It's because someone is buying euro sterling, euro yen, sorry. That's why euro dollar still supported above 123 and 60. Not because the dollar is weaker, because the banks to close the order use arbitrage. In fact, if the euro dollar moving down from 60, for example, just for example, there is a possibility that euro yen moves down. As you can see, the new candle just started now, moves with, this is the reason. Today, after this lesson, just a little bit later because I have some errands to do now, I will send you a practice arbitrage. Then you understand and you activate your practice on arbitrage because it's very important to use it for other techniques of trading. I thank you very much for your attention. You too, and enjoy your weekend. See you on Monday. Bye bye. Ciao.